Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 2019. Got a worker take over just for a little bit here while we went and moved the other tractor to the other field. So we'll dismiss him here in a second. Let him turn around real quick, and then we'll get rid of him dismissed. It does look like we will absolutely need some more fertilizer, some liquid fertilizer. Had we filled up the fertilizer completely to 100%, we might have been okay at that point, but we are going to need I think some more here in just a minute. We'll probably have one more pass, maybe two, and then we'll probably have to go and fill some stuff up again. So something to think about. Again, maybe in the future, if we do have another field this size, that we will need to, well, I mean, obviously either do less overlap, which, I mean, there's that, or just, you know, fill it up a little bit. Even with 100%, though, it might have been not quite enough. It's hard to say. It's hard to tell. Good news is, though, I mean, any other field in this game other than field 8 really will probably be doable. I mean, you know, 5 and 11 would be borderline. Obviously 8 would not work in one load, but any other field in the game that we can see, one load of liquid fertilizer should be enough for it, and then some. You know, quite a bit left over. Yep, as you can see, we got our first field all seeded up, ready to go. Field number 21 is being taken care of by worker H over there. How much would it cost us to buy this number 20 over here? Select 27. How much is this one? 171. That's a little bit cheaper. That might be worth going after. I mean, 23 up here, I don't think that one's as worth it. I think we'd have to buy one of these two before we start expanding anything else. So 18 could be doable. But we're got a ways away from, I think, being able to do that. I think I'd like to buy some more equipment and stuff, just so we don't have to just continue to release stuff. And then obviously pay off a bunch of my loan before I buy any more fields. Looks like this pass might be all we get. And then we're going to have to go fill up again. That's just fine. I mean, it is what it is. It won't take us that much longer to come finish that last little bit. Can we at least finish this pass? I was going to say, yeah, I think we are, but barely. Alright, there we go. Let's fold up the sprayer. Just real quick, let's check something. How much of the contract have we actually finished? So we finished 57, so we're not even halfway. So we're going to need another full load to even get credit for being, you know, halfway. Well, we are halfway, I'm sorry. I said we're not even halfway. That's not true. We are barely halfway is what I meant to say. Words can be hard sometimes. Going over the bridge here with the waterfall. Where's the waterfall? Is it further down? It must be further down. Yeah, it's right there. I see it now. I don't know if it really matters. I think we can take this little potential shortcut here on the high road. That's cool, a windmill right there. I like that. I think we're going the wrong way, actually. Well, we may want to cut across some of the field stuff here because I don't think we're quite getting to where we want to go. I want to get back to the store, which we can sort of get there from here, but we might as well cut across this little field here. It's slightly better for us. Guess we're not cutting across the field. We're cutting across between the fields, but you guys know what I meant, I think. Excuse me. Man, some allergies and stuff. Got some crud in my throat. Apologies for that. Out of my way, car. Out of my way. When you play Farming Simulator 19 like you're driving in Grand Theft Auto. That's the best of both worlds. All right, let's get us another another pallet of stuff. It's going to cost us what, 6,400 total? Maybe a little bit less because we'll have a little bit left over to finish this, and we're getting what, 18,000 I think. So we'll make about a 12,000 profit. It's not terrible. Man, I may have to cut my session early today. And get this crud to go away. Took some medicine earlier, but some decongestion stuff, but doesn't seem to be working yet. There's our wage payment for our worker doing our seeding, I believe. Oh, which does mean we hit the 1,400. So let's check. What am I for? This. Did we get any income? We got $16 from our property income, so we have not gotten the lettuce income. I wasn't expecting it because we don't have the fertilizer in the water, but I wanted to double check. So now we know. We got our $16 from our bees, and that is it. Hey, we're 1 hour closer to the 50 days that it's going to take us to pay those off. Kind of feel like the bees should be cheaper. Like, I don't know, 8,000, 10,000, something like that. 20,000 for the bees, considering their return on investment is pretty cheap. But I still think they're cool. I mean, some people have dog houses on their farms. I have a beehive. I mean, bees are obviously way cooler. Dogs don't give you any money. They just cost money. Uh-oh, tractor crossing. Just kidding. It's us. There's no tractors in this game that look like that, I don't think. I don't think I've seen any. It's funny that that is the tractor crossing sign. It's a little dated, isn't it? But I guess it is pretty easy to recognize. Once we finish this contract, it'll probably time out just about the same time as our fields being finished seeding, and then we can probably speed up time to get back to the harvest again. I feel like we're more than halfway, or more than, 57%, I should say, but I guess not. I mean, I guess that does angle out a little bit, so there is a bit more out there than it looks at from this side. Go away, birdies. Guys, just land there. You're just going to get run over again. It's funny that this field has only got like half stuff on half of it, which I guess those are weeds, right? Let's see. Yeah, yeah, the purple weeds. Kind of funny. We could go get us a weeder and do some weeding on some of these fields. I'm sure those pay pretty well. It's pretty quick and pretty easy to do. Changes in prices. Wrong button. Whoa! The central grain elevator was close to 1,600 earlier. Now it is down to 1,451. It's almost cheaper than the ranch. I mean, yeah, we're definitely. I'm hoping once we speed time up, it will bounce back up in a hurry. Now we have a little bit of money cushion, so we can continue to do some more harvesting and stuff. Then and wait for the good time. But it's I don't know. It's hard to say. If we're only going to get that much money per what, 1,000, you know, whatever. I guess it's kiloliters, liters, whatever. I guess not liters. Is it 1,000 liters maybe? I guess it would be, could be 1,000 liters, and which is a kiloliter, right? So I think that's how it's measured. I could be wrong, but whatever the measurement is, if we only get that much money, that 1,500, 1,600, whatever, per 1,000, and we've got 10,000, then our entire crop is only going to get us, what, 16,000 total, and we spent 18,000 just to lease the harvesting equipment. That doesn't even count cost for fertilizer, cost for seeds, cost for buying the other tractors to do all that stuff in the first place. So I don't know. I'm starting to wonder if we're actually going to be able to make money. I could be wrong on how it's paid off. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but I'm starting to feel like we're just renting the stuff is just not going to be cost effective for us. Maybe it's the fact that we rented the John Deeres instead of renting a cheaper harvester, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of rough. I don't know. We'll find out once we sell it all. I mean, I think for the price that we rented it, had we been able to do like 4 fields, so let's say twice as much stuff, so got 20,000 crop back, we probably still would have paid about that. That's, you know, 18,000 bucks that we paid. Which at that point, because I don't think it would have taken that much longer. I think we could have finished 2 more fields within the hour, so we still would have only paid the hourly rate, and then it becomes more worthwhile. So. Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's hard to judge based on, you know, what's going to be cost effective for what you're doing. Those small fields are just not. They're probably just not worth the John Deere tractors. Had we let's see, if we'd gotten a different tractor, if we'd gotten like this New Holland or something, yeah, that would have only cost us 5,000. I think we shot ourselves in the foot with the John Deere. It's nice. It was quick. It was awesome. Just not. I mean, even this case would have only been about 7,000. This New Holland would have been 7,000. That's half the price. You got to think that would have been better. I think we shot ourselves in the foot with that John Deere because our fields are just not big enough. I mean, if we had bought the John Deere, it would have, obviously, again, it would have taken us a lot longer to recoup our investment, but we would have eventually used that John Deere for other fields that are bigger. We could have even used that John Deere for some of these contracts and things. So I think that's the thing is. We went too big on a tractor. I wanted to get done fast. I wanted a nice tractor. It was too expensive of a tractor for what we were going to make from it. Oh well. You live and you learn, I guess. And that's just going off the assumption that I'm only going to get about 16,000 bucks for that crop at the current rate. Well, actually, probably less now. So I could be wrong with how the math works. I don't think I am, but I could be. I hope I am. I want to get twice as much as that. If I got 32,000 bucks for that crop and I only spent 18,000 on the harvester, it still I might have been better off with a cheaper harvester, and you know, still, but at least I made some money off the whole ordeal. As it is now, I've lost money, which is not great. How's our worker doing? About 2/3 done. How are we doing? 87%. Not bad. I do need to get me some manure for my and some water for my lettuce. Start making some profit off of that at some point. For some reason I thought that said welding. I'm like, welding? Weeding. Actually, weeding does not pay that much. Not a lot of contracts. Oops, a little too far over to the right. There I go, wasting fertilizer again. Honestly, these contracts are what's keeping us alive. Because, you know, even making 12,000 bucks off this contract is it's way more than we're making off our own fields. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to rethink some of my strategy. I still think leasing the harvesters is not the worst idea in the world because it's something that you only use for a short period of time. But whereas these tractors, I'm using them all the time. If I leased these, I'd be, it'd be terrible because I would have already gone through the cost of the original tractor in the first place. But the harvesters, you just don't use that often. It's just you gotta get a right sized harvester for your field size or your number of fields, whichever is whichever. I mean, if we had 4 fields about the size that we had, well, then we're starting to break even. We're not breaking. We're starting to make a little bit of profit. But 3 fields is probably where you break even at, or pretty close to it. So the 2 fields that we have is just not enough. Guess what I could have done is I could have timed it out so that somebody else had a harvest ready, and I could have just harvested my field, but also harvested their field on the contract to take advantage of the leasing time a little bit. We'll get it all figured out. It'll work out in the long run. Are those cars over there? Yeah, underneath the lighthouse. Actually, I don't know if you can go to the lighthouse or not. I don't think you can. I don't think you can get over there. Let's see. Maybe you can. It's actually still technically on the map. Almost forgot to slow down and get this stuff. How are we doing on the contract? Oh, we should get the message here in a second. Tells us that we've done enough. I haven't gotten it yet, have we? I was gonna say, make sure I didn't miss it. It's a really big field. Would be nice to have a field like this at some point in the near future. We'll get there eventually. There we go. Turn off. And let's go turn this in. Collect. Done. Any other good contracts? I mean, some of these are kind of small. I don't know if I want to go after these. Got the weeding. We do have a harvesting contract. Again, if we had the harvest, we could have gone and harvested field 14, which wouldn't have taken that long, and we could have, helped pay for that tractor. So that might be something we have to do in the future. Is just keep an eye out for other harvests, rent the tractor, go do those, and we might even do the contract first because it's probably might be more time sensitive, and then harvest ours and get the most bang for our buck for an hour or so of harvesting, or of renting the harvester, I should say. All right, well, this is done, and I guess our guy is still doing his thing, I would imagine. Almost done. H is almost done down there. Good job, H. This tractor is actually about a quarter of the way, a little bit more than a quarter of the way through the fuel and about a third of the way through the maintenance. I'll have to maintenance it and refuel it at some point in the near future, which is more cost. That is what it is. Once H finishes, we'll probably speed up time at that point. Because I'll say at that point we're just ready to zip through and get ready for the next harvest or some other good contract that comes along. Out of my way, cars. You guys go too slow. Uh-oh. No, we're going to have a wreck. We'll have to cut in here. Cut off the wide car, go around the red one. It's so funny. That's why I need better tractors, bigger tractors. Go faster. Of course, if I had a tractor that had like 4 wheels width, we would not, it'd be really hard to, to drive along these roads. These roads are narrow. But looks like our worker did finish, so I'm going to go ahead and up the speed now. We'll just go up to make speed 120. Let's just get zipped through here. I don't think there's anything else for us to do until the first growth pops, and then we've got to do some more fertilization, which we will probably just use our current fertilizer that we have, the liquid. It's already set up, ready to rock and roll. There's our wage payment for our worker. But you know, that's another cost that we're paying for, but you know, on top of the leasing of the harvester. Yeah, getting that harvester that big was the mistake. We could have got one half the price, and it would have been just fine. Alright, I'm just going to leave... no, I'm not going to leave this here, because I'm going to have to, I think, get the tractor with the care wheels instead. Swap over to the other tractor. Get you parked over here. We may need a weed before we fertilize, though, to be fair. Hopefully not, but we'll have to see. Just gonna back you up right there. If I can figure out how to back up. I'm really bad at backing up. Feel free to make fun of me. Alright, we'll drop this there and detach. Let's go attach the liquid stuff over here, assuming that we're going to need it. I mean, either way, we're going to need the device, probably. Just whether or not we're actually going to need the fertilizer first or herbicide. There we go. Alright, we'll just keep an eye on things here. We are still in the first stage of growing. How's our money situation for today? I imagine we've lost money today. Oh, yeah, we lost a lot of money today. Oh, because of the new vehicles and stuff. I forgot we'd spent some money. It was today that we spent money on all those vehicles. It was the last... We haven't gone through a whole lot of days, to be fair. Contracts, $23,999. Not bad. Spent a lot of money on fertilizer. Hey, we've made 96 bucks from our beehive. Oh, that's right. What do I need to do? I need to go get some water and stuff. Oh, is that the first growth? We are in the first growth, so we can go ahead and do some fertilizations. So I'm going to get this set up and let the worker do this because it's obviously late at night. I forget how to do the lights. Oh, that is not what I wanted. I don't remember the lights. There we go. It's right button and B on the Xbox controller. But even with the lights on, I cannot see this. So we'll just get our work to do this part. I mean, I could wait, but I don't know. There's really a need to. Alright, go worker go. Fertilize our fields. Nice. Alright, we'll get those fertilized up, and we will be ready for whatever's next. Looks like there's a couple fields that are close to, they're further along in the harvest than ours, so I think the next time it's time for us to harvest, we will have some other options to be able to make a little bit more money. If we do have contracts available, we probably will do the John Deere again at that point, because I think at that point, it does become more worthwhile because we effectively have more fields to harvest. So, definitely something to think about. Anything we could be doing right now while we're waiting? I don't think there's much. Oh, that's right. We can go get the water and stuff. That's right. We do have a couple more fertilizing jobs come up. Actually, quite a few. We got 8. Can give you some fertilizing on 8. Nice. we may do that here in a moment. Take advantage of those fertilizing jobs are just so easy to do, and just take advantage of those. Kind of be done with it all. I mean, I could go fill up with some dry fertilizer now with our burrito over there with our other tractor, which is an idea, but this isn't going to take long to finish these fertilizations anyway. And I think we'll have time to still take those contracts. Let's see. Anything else that we need to worry about right now? I mean, soybeans are in the gutter on the prices. They're below 1,000. They're at 1,100 at Central Grain Elevator, and they were at 1,600 when I started talking about that. We definitely need that price to come back up. I think if it comes back up above 1,600 again, we may just sell at that point and just be like, okay, I don't think it's gonna get much better than that. So yeah, let's go grab our other tractor. How do we get water over here? I actually hadn't thought about it. I assume there's some sort of like water trailer. Is it a slurry tank? No. Don't see any sort of water. I mean, it looks like the type of tank. Obviously, it's just the wrong purpose. I don't think it's planters. I don't think it was trailers either, was it? No. Auger wagons, no. Corn headers, all these things, no. Plows, cultivators, disc harrow, seeders, no, no, no. Planters, it would be really weird. Crop protection, I would imagine not. Fertilizer technology, I would assume not as well. Weeders, slurry tanks, manure spreaders. Why would it be here? But I'm just checking all these just to see. Loading wagons, no. All right, this is just gonna be like, yeah, stuff. Animals, maybe? Ah, transports liquids. There we go. Okay. There's obviously some really big ones over here, which we do not need. So I guess we can just grab this. And then what else do we have that we would need? I assume that's all it is. Apparently this transports liquids as well. So we got $37.50 for 8,500, or twice as much for 9,500. Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, I guess we'll grab this. I mean, could just lease it just to fill it up with water. It's not that much to lease, to be fair. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll just lease it for now. And grab you. We probably could go pick it up with the truck, but we'll just do it with the tractor since it's available anyway. Nope, helper I has completed their task. Let's get you set up for the next field real quick while we go take care of the other stuff. Hold up the sprayer. Apparently it's getting caught on the heels a little bit. Come on, hold up. There you go. You did it. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Get the worker start on this here in just a second, and there we go. All right, let's go back to our other tractor. Let's go get us out of the liquid. I actually don't even know where to pick up water, come to think of it. We're gonna learn together, I guess. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Every time I go down those hills. I might, when I have some disposable income, I may flatten out those hills a little bit. I think I can flatten them out. I know you can do some landscaping stuff and some raising, lowering of elevations. I don't know if you can do that for every literal, like every possible hill out there or not, but I would imagine that's one of the ones that we can do. Yeah, where would we get water? I actually don't know. Goodbye sign. Maybe near the animal stuff somewhere? Or maybe near, like, literally a body of water somewhere? I really don't know. And I assume this is the right trailer for this job. Although I have been learning the hard way about a lot of, you know, things that are not quite right. Okay, so there's fuel, right? Like, that's not... Is there water over here with the fuel? I don't think there is. Can we just buy water? Is that something that I could have done? Herbicide, pallets of things, no. Big bag. Why would it be a bag? A bag of water, really? So there's a barn, biomass heating plant, railroad silo, biogas plant, sawmill, central. I mean, I don't see water. I mean, unless we just go to a body of water, we can fill up there. Let's come up to this body of water up here and see if that lets us fill it up. We'll do that real quick, and then we'll probably call the episode there. I just want to see if this is a thing. Get on my way, car. And if not, then I will look it up between episodes, and we will find out for sure after that. Apparently, I think I can go up this way. Take out another sign. Yeah, there we go. And, oh, hey, there's a water tower. Can we go to the water tower? That'd be kind of... Oh, ha! There you go. Where do we get water from? The water tower. Although I don't know if a farmer can literally just go up to a town's water tower just to fill up. I feel like you'd have to fill up somewhere else, but maybe I don't know. I've never filled up water before in real life. Something tells me we're not going to need this much water. But I honestly don't know how much we're going to need. It's not costing us a ton of money, it looks like, so I'll just fill up all the way and just whatever at that point. Wonder if we had the little thing that washes your tractors off. You could fill up water there or not. Oh, that's just creepy sounding. Hearing the water tower creak behind us, that is kind of creepy. Alright, so we figured out water, but where are we going to get... What was it, manure that we needed? I mean, I know animals produce manure. Can we... Like, where do we get manure, though, if we don't have animals? Let's go drop this off and then see what happens after that. Sorry for the darkness. It's a little bit hard to see. I'll call it here in just a minute. I just wanted to see this thing. I just kind of wanted to complete this task at least and see what happens. Go, little tractor, go. Go, little tractor, go. Go, go, go. You did it. Alright. Can we... Okay, I see the water fill level, but I don't see a way to fill the water. Okay, I'm confused. How do I fill you? I don't understand. How do you fill this? Honk honk. I'm gonna have to figure this out then. Huh. This must be the wrong container type. Alright, well, I'll figure it out between episodes. But yeah, I do appreciate you watching. Hopefully God bless you. And I hope you join me again next time. Thank you and goodbye.